Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. It's the 5th of June, 2018, and I have a lot to cover. I'm going to get right to it. Yesterday, there was a lot of great comments, I think 79 or so. And I did get a few of the same comments where people were saying, please give me some indication of where the price of Ripple is going to be in um, 2 to 3 years. Well, gosh, I don't have a crystal ball, but I do have a brain and I can do some analysis. And if we put some of this research together, many of us can do our own critical thinking. And I really want to point out how big a deal this is with SBI and Ripple Labs working together, because it's going to be a huge thing for XRP. And I just want to review on the beginning of the relationship and to where we are today. So as you see here, this is actually the SBI virtual currency website. The URL is www.sbivc.co.jp. And if we come down here, there is a little bit of a notice, and that notice I will read for you in English. Dear customer, regarding the start of our service, we are sorry that we will keep you waiting long. We will send you a notice of address confirmation, notice posted for the customer who applied for the advance reservation account opening application and completed the examination before accepting general accounting opening. After that, to customers who can confirm receipt of the postcard, we will ship account opening notice one after another. So please check this out for details. Regarding general account opening reception, we will announce to you again on our official website once preparation is completed. We appreciate your patience as we wait for a while. Yeah, because I went to CryptoCompare, and as you know, you can see exactly volume by currency. And really quick, we'll just take a look. I'm on the Bitcoin comparison right now. If you've not seen this before, this is quite interesting. So 55.69% of all Bitcoin is transacted in yen as of today. That number usually ranges somewhere between 50 and 57. Sometimes on very rare occasions, it gets up to 60%. So you can see how much the Japanese are really trading Bitcoin. So I wanted to see, let's take a look at XRP. I wanted to see if there was a huge bump up in yen for XRP. And unfortunately, it is not displaying yet. So it tells me that the site, even though the SBI site is live, let's take a look at the analysis. Even though the site is live and they officially launched yesterday, I think there are still some people waiting for their passwords to trade. And I have an example of that a little bit later in this video. So yeah, as you can see, for Ripple, XRP in particular, US Tether is at 22.7%. People who are trading using BTC is 24%. This is the Korean won at 31%. US dollar is sitting at 13%. And we've got the euro, and we've got some trading through Ether. And I think this will be the other. Yeah. And Binance has the lion's share of XRP volume right now, 29.2%. So yeah, it's I'm a statistic fanatic, so I just like stats that you sometimes can't do anything with, but I always find it interesting. Okay, so I think once the site starts actively trading, we're going to see this pie chart appear with a Japanese yen like we see in BTC. Yeah, so I'll keep checking daily. All right, let's close these guys down, and I want to take you back to a press release that was from January 28, 2016. So just into the new year of 2016. This is a long time ago. Now, you're asking me, or you're probably thinking, Eddie, why are you talking about something I already saw years ago? Well, because I want to remind everybody of something. Ripple, a global provider of the financial settlement solutions, and SBI Holdings, Inc., global financial services company today, announced the creation of SBI Ripple Asia. Okay, do you remember? The new company will build an engineering and sales force across Japan, China, Taiwan, Korea, and ASEAN countries to sell and install Ripple's enterprise solutions for cross-border payments at banks across the region. So at that time, I'm sure everybody was like, wow, very impressive. But I think what's even more impressive is that as of now, 2018, they are that much closer to achieving this goal. If we take a look at the Ripple website that announced this mission, if you will, and highlighting the actual focus of this particular partnership, I just want to point out some of the key aspects here. So the mission, according to this website, is by fusing the knowledge and technology of the SBI Group and Ripple, we aim to realize Internet of Value in Japan and Asia. So the consortium for consolidation of domestic and foreign exchange, SBI Ripple Asia, is the secretariat of the consortium of domestic and foreign currency exchange. The Domestic and Foreign Exchange Consolidation Consortium has built a settlement platform, RC Cloud, which performs centralized foreign exchange in addition to foreign exchange by utilizing Ripple's solution, and is moving towards practical use. When this system is put into practical use, it can be expected that settlement and remittance will be carried out efficiently beyond the boundaries of banks. The Secretariat is supporting support for the banks who are considering participation in the consortium for domestic and foreign currency exchange. So remember, this is 2016, and this is early on in the original partnership. Just to look at something that's a little interesting, this is the actual corporate profile from the SBI holding site of the SBI Ripple Asia. And you can see here in shareholders, the SBI Group has 60% and the Ripple Labs have 40%. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right, so you ask me, again, in your mind, where are you going, Eddie? Where are you taking me? I am taking you to this Otaku in Japan. An otaku is a word that's used for describing somebody who is a little bit of a geek or a nerd or an expert in a real defined space. I know all of you have friends who are otaku. Japan in particular has many, but an example of an otaku would be somebody who you talk to about baseball, and they can name not only what player holds the record for RBIs and at what team and at what game they accomplished that goal and what year. I mean, there are people who are otaku for baseball scores, or you have somebody who is quite an otaku for, gosh, what's another good example? Somebody who is music otaku. They can tell you exactly which album that was on, A side, B side. Was it the third song in the release of that CD or album? Was it number 4, number 5, number 6? Those are people who are just otaku for a music or a music group. Well, this guy I want to introduce to you is the Japanese otaku for Ripple. And Don't worry. I know you're thinking, I can't use his site. It's all in Japanese. No, 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 no. He's using Google Translator. And if you speak Chinese, you can turn it into Chinese. Here's English. Here is French, German, Spanish, Indonesian, Hindi, Arabic, Japanese, and Korean. So let's take a look here at the English side. This guy, I am sharing with you one of the best sources for finding out information in regards to Ripple and XRP. He has an amazing collection of information. So just in Ripple here, you can see, let me move myself off to this right here. He has rumors. He has recommended books. He has songs of Ripple. He has a FAQ. He has official say collection. If you go here, he's got an overview. He has the official commentary of XRP. He has a breakdown of XRP distribution. He's got changes in prices. He's got graphs. He's got trends, the history of Ripple. He has companies and banks to use Ripple. This is one I'm going to take you. Personnel of Ripple. I mean, if you wanted to know something about Ripple, this is the site you need to be looking at. He also is doing some charting. He's doing balance, confirmation of balance and history, various types of data. Talks about the wallet, the gateway, the plugin. I mean, this guy really has it covered. All right. So what I want to show you here is this banks and companies to use Ripple. This is quite the interesting part of his site. You can see that he breaks it down very well, actually. Let me move myself over to here. He breaks it down, and if there is one asterisk, it is an official Ripple partner. If there are two asterisks, it's an SBI Ripple Asia official partner. And the amount of partners are unbelievable. So if they're not an official partner, he's done a really fantastic job to back up the relationship between that entity, either through press releases, through tweets, through newspaper articles. He just likes, for example, okay, so let's just take a look here. Let's go down to, who should we pick here? Here is, let's just go to one that's not an official partner. And what does he cite here? He says, the world's largest Islamic bank successfully completes Ripple blockchain trial. So this is not an official partner yet, but he really takes you to a very credible connection as to how this particular bank is using Ripple possibly in the future. So the world's largest Islamic bank successfully completes its Ripple blockchain trial. Yeah, I think if you really are doubting or don't fully understand how important this SBI partnership is, it doesn't take you long to see when you spend a little bit of time on this site. And so, I just tried to look at how he was doing his translate, and I found he was using Google. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, who is this guy? Well, he calls himself a unicorn hunter and investor, and he goes by the Twitter name of Giant Gox. Yeah, I love his illustration. It's awfully cute. And not only is he one of the 20,000 people to do the official test of the new virtual currency exchange using exclusively, as of right now, XRP with SBI site. But he's also followed by the CEO of SBI, and I know everybody recognizes David. So he's a guy that I think you can really look to, and I'm going to share that source with you because I am sure you're going to find some value by keeping up with his site. He does keep it up to date. And today's tweet, he says, we are still, this was about, how long ago was this? This was about 6 hours ago. He says, we are still waiting for the SBIVC to send the password so that we can start to trade XRP. So he is definitely one of the 20,000 beta testers. And if you want to follow him, I'm sure he's going to keep you up to date as to his progress. And tomorrow, if people start trading, we should be able to see that pie chart expand with a separation of Japanese yen. I'm very excited to see what that percentage is. Okay, so this is to show you Otaku. Otaku. This is how it is spelled, and it is a geek, a nerd, or enthusiast. Otaku. So maybe we're all otakus, right? I think so. Okay, I need to bring something to your attention. There is a YouTuber out there, and I'll leave him unnamed because I'm not wanting to make him look bad. He's a young guy that has like 40-some thousand followers. And yesterday I was listening to one of his videos about XRP, and he was stating that SBI owns 7-Eleven in Japan. And no, I need to make sure everybody knows that is not correct information. Now, I'm sure it's easy to make that mistake because 7-Eleven in Japan is SNI Holdings. So SNI, SBI, I think he just got confused. And that's totally to be expected. And I make mistakes, so I'm not being critical. I just want everyone to know that SBI was started by a gentleman who is the richest man in Japan. His name is Masayoshi Son. Everybody calls him Son. He started SBI with an investment in 1999. And he has a most incredible bio. He is a man who was born in the Osaka region of Japan. He is of Korean descent. He has a very interesting history. I really encourage you to do a little more research about him. According to Forbes magazine, his net worth is at $23 billion. But what's even more interesting for me is that during the dot-com crash, he has the distinction of losing more than $70 billion. Amazing. So he is the, according to this, he's named the world's 45th most powerful person by Forbes magazine. SBI Holdings now is the 34th largest company in the world. And he has stepped away from SBI Holdings now, but he is the person who made the initial investment to get this company off the ground. Son is amazing, and I think a lot of people respect him, and he's very active still in making business happen around the world. So I just want to clarify that and make sure everybody knows that, that there is a difference between SBI Holdings and SNI Holdings. But I totally understand it could be easily misunderstood. All right, everybody. So the big thought for today is this partnership between Ripple Labs and SBI is huge. Spend some time on the website to take a look at the relationships that they're building with banks in Asia. And you will feel really great that you are an XRP owner. All right. Sayonara for now. And by the way, don't feed the trolls. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.